Hey, I got new news from Sandman and I want to summarize it here. And I had a good friend, Tamara, translate, and then another guy, Roddy. Thank you for the translations to allow me to read this to the people. So thank you. This says Baghdad morning. President Abdul Latif Jamal Rashid called for reconsidering the salary scale while directing the need to work hard to implement Article 140 of the Constitution and end the outstanding issues thereon. A presidential statement said that the President of the Republic received the head of Integrity Commission and his accompanying delegation. Rashid pointed to the importance of the role played by the Integrity Commission in confronting the scourge of corruption and prosecuting spoilers, stressing the need to follow up on the recovery of smuggled Iraqi funds. He urged reconsidering the salary scale as the low salaries of some segments leads to the abuse of bribery and the spread of corruption, pointing to the need to also reconsider the system of financial legislation to reduce corruption operations. He explained the presidency of that republic supports the efforts of the Integrity Commission and that it follows up the file of legislation in general. So guys, they're getting rid of all that corruption. It's also, he said, they need to work hard to implement Article 140 of the Constitution and in the outstanding issues on the way it preserves the rights of all. He stressed the importance of following up on the implementation of the decisions of the Supreme Committee of the implementation of Article 140 by holding meetings with the relevant authorities and giving priority to the file, which affects the lives of a wide segment of people. So that it was a good article. And then there was another one, I guess, out of Baghdad this morning for next Monday. I think this is going to come out, I guess. I don't know. Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani, when chairing on Monday, directed a meeting devoted to discussing the reality of the industrial sector in Iraq and the path of launching a new industrial initiative to promote this sector in the presence of a number of advisors and representatives of the private sector, and to take urgent and rapid measures that enable the state approving the environments for the industrial investment. But the latest one that came this morning, so it's serious in its attempts, but the latest one this morning was this one. Lebanese energy minister visits Iraq to conclude a new oil agreement. It says Lebanon's official news agency reported that interim energy and water ministry Walid Fayed is scheduled to visit Iraq today to sign a memorandum of understanding with the Iraqi oil ministry on supplying Lebanon with oil derivatives. That's important, guys. That's happening today. Even though supposedly they're on a holiday today, they're doing that. The agency stated that this step comes as a continuation of the talks held with the Iraqi officials. The preliminary memorandum of agreement would be signed at the Iraqi Ministry of Oil, according to the agency, provided that the appropriate draft contracts are prepared and properly carried out subsequently. Minister Fayed will return in the evening to the capital of Beirut, according to his media office. So guys, that's the Lebanese energy minister is going to sign contracts with Iraq. So if they don't have international currency, how could they be doing that, right? You have to ask yourself these questions. You have to think critically, not just fall in line and suck everything down that they send you. Here's the other one. KRG delegation presents budget negotiation outcomes in Baghdad. It says the Kurdish delegation presented the outcomes of their negotiations with the federal government to Baghdad after 5 days of meetings in the Iraqi capital. During a press conference held in Baghdad last night, the head of the region expressed readiness to implement all the provisions of the budget law despite unconstitutional clauses. He said, as the Kurdistan regional government, we have demonstrated our commitment since June 25th, delivering 50 to 60,000 barrels of oil per day to the federal government. The oil ministry today confirmed the region's commitment in the final record. He said, regarding non-oil revenues, Sabah mentioned regarding the issue of handing over non-oil revenues, we informed the federal government that we are ready starting from next week to hand over all federal non-oil revenues, including customs duties and taxes, according to the proportions in the financial administrative law and stipulated in Article 21 of the budget law, to be deposited in the federal government's account in cash starting from next week. He said, after addressing these two issues, there will be no more excuses for not funding the Kurdistan region's dues, in addition to showing the readiness of the region to execute the balances related to the TBI bank as per the text in the budget. We have asked the financial supervision in the region and federal government to begin with the audit of all matters related to the budget law from next week, he concluded. So guys, the fact that Kurdistan is paying everything they need to the federal government is, again, good sign. What do you think about that? Please comment down below. If you want to join us for Coffee and Conversations, where we talk about this wealth transfer, we do that every morning, Monday through Sunday, every day. Believe it or not, I go live, even on my anniversary yesterday of 22 years. So please subscribe, tap the bell, and share this content with other people. And then there was an evening report of last night, which I think is the one I just translated. I'm having somebody help me translate. I'm not good at that on this device. I don't know. I have a problem with that. I'm not that technological. But if you can relate in any way, or you like summaries like this is my own contact, Mr. Sandman. There's two of them over there in the sandbox. And that's my contact right now. So if you like that kind of intel, please subscribe, tap the bell, please share with other people who are invested in foreign currencies, and please join us where we talk all things wealth transfer, including cryptos, on my channel every morning for Coffee and Conversation. God bless. Have a great day, and I hope you'll join us. God bless.